The short story of a Titanic after shrinking. The luxury British passenger liner RMS Titanic began construction on March 31, 1909 in the Harland and Wolff shipyard in Belfast, Ireland, and it's completed 3 years later in 1912. It with 2,240 passenger and crew on board on April 15, 1912 after shrinking an iceberg Titanic broke apart and sank to the bottom of the ocean, taking with it the lives of more than 1,500 passenger and crew.
Many people in the world have seen the Hollywood movie about this sinking. If you have seen the movie which won an Oscar, please watch it. Friends, in 1911 Titanic sank. It took many years to find out what happened to the Titanic, but none of the efforts were successful. No answer was given to the question of where the sinking Titanic is. 77 years have passed. In 1986, the American Navy officer Robert Ballard solved the mystery of the sinking Titanic. The remains of the Titanic were found near Newfoundland. The two-parted ship was 12,500 feet deep. That is, it was 10 kilometers below the sea level. There are many arguments about how the ship was two-parted. As per common knowledge, the ship was two-parted due to the sinking of the ship. But according to the Titanic, the New Evidence documentary, the ship was two-parted due to the sinking of the ship. When the Titanic was found, the precious things in the ship were taken out. But the Titanic ship was not lifted. Friend, you know, it is not possible to lift the Titanic ship here. If the Titanic ship had been tested, the Titanic would have been able to answer some of the questions. Even though there is so much technical knowledge, why is it still not possible to lift the Titanic ship? We will answer that question. You should know another thing here. There have been many attempts to remove the Titanic. The Titanic was under the sea for many years. Now the rocks have grown on it. The ship was also shaking. At one time, it was not so easy to lift it using any cable or any other technology. How did it happen like this? That is, you tried to lift the biscuit that fell in the tea. Submarine magnet. Scientists had an idea. That is, you can try to lift the rock with the help of ping pong balls. Surprisingly, this is true. Scientists argued that it would be easier to lift the lightweight ping pong balls from the rock. Then, with the help of balloons, the idea of lifting the rock came up. The idea was to tie helium balloons to the Titanic and then lift the big balloons. But it was very difficult to think. We should be able to lift it, right? No one had an answer to the question of how to lift these balloons into the water. Then another idea came up. You may have seen it. If you put a sand pit in the water, the sand pit will float. With the same idea, Arthur Hickey came up with the idea of turning the Titanic into a sand pit. But that is not possible. American engineer John Peer came up with the same idea. To do that, he used liquid nitrogen. To lift this rock, he needed 500,000 liters of liquid nitrogen. It is not possible to bring such a large amount of liquid nitrogen into the sea. So this idea also failed. Michael was famous for building submarines. The submarines he built were used in the World War. McKeel says that if we need to take the ship out from the ocean, we need to clean the ship, bring it out from the ocean. But if we need to take the ship out from the ocean, we need high powerful hydro insulation power, and it will cost lots of money for this process. And even after, if we take the ship out from the ocean and keep its parts on museum for ages, we can't earn that amount that we spent to take the ship out from the ocean, so all of them will make a decision to drop this plan to take the Titanic out from the ocean. Thanks for watching the video. For videos, please subscribe our channel and click that bell button so you can get the update.